It's Tuesday. You know what that means. Trev and Tribb in the evening, your favorite afternoon show. Should I say your mama's favorite afternoon show? Every Tuesday from 9 to 11. I got some sad news tonight. This is going to be a, not emotional, but a very touching show for me. This will be our last broadcast as Father Graduation's got a hold of me coming next Saturday. But with that in mind, so glad for you tuning in. It's going to be a great finale. We've got a lot planned for you to talk about tonight, rather. We got some great guests on the air tonight. I'll start over here. I got my boy Joey Loosemore from back home 336.
What's up, Trev?
Joey, how are you saying? Say something to the good people, man.
Man, my name's Joey, man. I'm I don't know, Trev and me go way back till high school, man.
That's
when he was,
elements.
yeah, man, we were in that pageant together or whatever. But
2009 probably.
yeah, man, that's way back. That's like
Way back.
freshman year of high school, maybe.
I didn't have
junior.
a beard.
No, that's junior year.
I had no facial hair, so it was a long time ago. But
Oh God, yes.
Joey's gonna be in here with us tonight, along with our heralded special guest, the biggest guest I have ever had on my show. Probably, I've had people ask me all week. They said, "How did you get him to come on the show?" My man, my friend, my colleague, Dean Kevin Koett.
Trev, what's up, my friend? You got me on the show by being cool.
Dude,
I
you're
just
cool.
had to get some street credit, so I had to come on the show.
You're too cool for me. I'm honored to have you on the show, honestly.
I got to tell you, you and I had that pageant going on too, and the real reason I came on the show is you still owe me $10 because I won.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that later, but I'm so honored to have Dean Koett on the show. Very cool guy, great person around Western. There's so much of this campus. It's an honor, man. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. It's actually my honor to be here. Love being engaged with students. Love being involved with you. You're an amazing asset. It's an honor to be on your last show, but it's sad for me too. So
Yeah.
looking forward to the next couple of hours hanging out with you, and I appreciate the invitation.
Thank you, man. I'm as honored to be here with you. Besides SGA Senate, I see you there. So it's gonna be a great show. So I'm gonna give you guys the rundown as I always do at the beginning of the show. Tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about school with Dean Koett. You know a lot about school, I'd say so.
A little bit. Been around for a while. I just turned 27, so I've been around for a couple of years.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought you were 21, so I'll take that one too. We're going to talk with Dean Koett a little bit about some upcoming, big things going on at Western, because he's going to know better than we know. One thing specifically we're going to get into is the new Brown project here on Western Carolina's campus. Dean Koett will give us a little insight. Because people have been asking me, Trev, what's going on with Brown? And, I'm going to let someone tell you who knows, what's going on. It's going to be a great project. I know the details, but I'm going to let him tell you when we get to it.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. I wish I could be here for it. I'll say that much. So make sure you tune in for that segment. We're going to start with interesting stories. This is one Dean Koett found and brought up. Why don't you tell them a little bit about what this is about? This is down here at Texas A&M. Take it away.
The Texas A&M Galveston. It's an intriguing story. It's kind of a timely story for this time of year as academics get stressful and people go into finals, etc. There's a professor, Erwin Horowitz, who wants to fail his entire class. He's gone
Erwin Horowitz.
Erwin Horowitz.
Sounds like a terrible name.
That's my cousin's name, man. I
Is it
swear. I swear, my cousin's last name is Horowitz, man.
Joey, your people are down there acting up in Texas.
Yeah, man.
Well, he's gone public to say that he wants to fail his entire class, and he's been quoted as saying, "None of you deserve to pass or graduate to become an Aggie."
Wow.
He's concerned about class disruptions, that people are being disrespectful. He's been told to quote chill out, to get out of my space. So his concern, and I think it's an interesting discussion. His concern is, students are being disrespectful to him. Students aren't paying attention in class, and his response is, "Well, I'm just going to fail you all."
Wow.
Now the administration has come out.
He's had enough.
Oh, God.
He's done.
The vice president for academic affairs there has said that no students are going to fail unless they deserve to, if they have a class, etc. But I think it's an interesting story. I think Mr. Horowitz is probably needs to. He's going to retire, which I think sounds like a good thing. Sounds like he's at the end of his rope. And
does it say how old he is?
It does not.
Does it say what class he was teaching? That's another interesting point. I kind of wonder.
He's let's see, strategic management class. So that sounds like an exciting class. Sounds like people would be very engaged in
strategic
management. So it's sounds like it's a niche kind of a class, but it's interesting that he wants to just fail everybody because they're being disruptive. So the question I guess it poses is, it's a little bit of a strange story, but the question it poses is, are we at a point where students are becoming too disruptive? Are we at a point where students have their phones out, that students have their iPads out, and laptops, and this I don't know what his age is, but if you look at his picture, he's not a spring chicken.
He's not a young guy.
He's not a young guy. So it looks like he's been teaching for a while.
He's wearing the Harry Truman bifocals. he could be about 95.
So I think there's probably a true generational issue going on, but I'd be interested in your thoughts of, should a professor be able to fail you just because they don't like how you're acting in class, A, and B, are we at a point where students are being more disruptive and more disrespectful than teachers or faculty members want to have to handle?
Dean Koett flipping the script, asking us questions.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
Can't prepare.
Joey, do you want to talk first, or?
Yeah, man. I mean, I personally feel like I should be graded on my work, man, not my attitude in class. Plus, I mean, I feel like, man, there's some classes that I know people ain't gonna say no names.
Sure, of course.
I know people that haven't even shown in class.
We promote confidentiality on Trev and Tribb in the evening.
But I know people that haven't even gone to class and like they have passed the class, and I'm saying
she about to go in. She likes that low end.
Okay, so I'm at West End. We're chilling, vibing. We're having some drinks, and I see this cute girl across the bar. It hasn't got cold yet, so she's got some nice shorts on and whatnot.
okay.
Body looking right. And so I'm in another zone. I'll say that. But I notice that she's a good 6'5", 6'4". She's a lot taller than me. You can say she's a lot taller than me. But anyway, I'm still looking. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. I'm like, what do I want to do in this situation? Because I do not want to go over here to this tall, gorgeous girl.
Yeah.
She probably is close to 6'5". I'm a good 6 foot if you don't know me. She had a good head on me, a good head.
Yeah.
Maybe some more. She was tall.
That's up there.
I seen her across. She's dancing, and she was twerking.
Okay.
So that caught my attention. I don't know about you. That caught my attention. That's what we're into now.
I'm not into the twerking.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's another generation thing, right?
There's a generation gap right there, the twerk.
Generation gap. Dean cares not about the twerk. But, what inspired me to talk about this was I ended up not talking to her. I just stared at her for a long time. Cause I was just thinking, but I never did anything.
Safe move.
I guess I copped out that night. It was a safe move. I was being safe.
Yeah.
I was assuming they were her teammates. She had to play volleyball or basketball. She had some girls around her. I didn't want them to be like, look at this short guy. Cause they were kind of tall too.
Yeah.
They was like 6'2", 6'3". They're still taller than me.
Yeah.
Maybe they had to play a sport.
They had to play a sport.
I don't know. I think they just could have been tall girls.
I think they played.
But the chances of all being together.
She had an athletic build. She was bad.
Right.
She was bad. If I go back to Elon this summer and I see her, I'm gonna say something. Cause I won't care.
Why not? Go ahead.
Lightning don't strike twice.
Don't.
Is that the same?
But-
What's the same?
Yeah, it is the same that lightning doesn't strike twice. But I still. So work me through what's going through your mind. Why would, if you find this young lady attractive, no matter what that definition is to you, why does it matter if she's 6'5" or 4'2"?
Well, Dean, I'm glad you asked, because in a club or bar setting, I'm not gonna go up to anybody. Okay, first of all, let's build from the root. This is what the whole debate honestly is about. The idea that and this leads it perfectly. Can we ask a question on our Twitter page at Trev_and_Tribb? That's TRIBB. We asked the question: why is it that short girls like tall guys, but tall girls don't like short guys?
Messed up, man.
It's messed
I'm
up.
telling you, it's society.
It's messed up society.
It's powered by it.
Society.
And keep that in mind if you're listening. If you're a short guy, tall girls like guys that are confident. So go out there, be confident in your approach, and hopefully you'll hit a hole in one, and you will get your catch, and you'll win that green jacket.
Oh, yes.
That's all I got for you on the tall girl debate. What do y'all want to talk about next? I'm gonna see if we can find another wacky news story.
We're gonna wacky. Some people need to ask some questions. Let's get some questions from the audience.
I feel like people are being lame tonight. They're scared to ask you questions. Again,
I can be real with the best of you. Come on, folks.
Dean Koett is a smooth individual. He's gonna keep it real. He's gonna keep it 100. Again, on our Twitter page, or if you got a question, text me, Snapchat us. Somebody, everybody knows how to find me. I'm not hard to find. Ask the dean a question. Hashtag Ask the Dean. He's here. He's got his iPad set up in the studio. He is so ready to answer some questions. Ask him something about Western. Ask him something about his favorite music.
You said you wanted to talk about Brown too at some point in time.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about some school changes. Ask the dean. Does he have any rituals before he gives a speech or something? I don't know. Just ask him something. Dean Kevin Koett is one of the coolest people on this campus. So ask him something. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and a little music. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Brown renovation project because you know more about that.
Cool.
We might have another wacky story, and if you stop being scared, we'll ask the dean some questions.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Trev and Tribb in the evening here on Power 90.5.
More music.
But you'll be back.
And wondering what's going on with the whole Brown cafeteria. What can you tell us, folks? What's going to go on with that?
Brown is going to be amazing. A lot of good people doing hard work, listening to students. Obviously, it came from the standpoint that with increased student populations, Western's just blowing up, which is amazing. The word's getting out. Western's starting to get the students, and people realize what a special place this is. But if you go to Courtyard, it's a little packed.
Yeah,
you're wall to wall, you're elbow to elbow.
Exactly.
And so Brown is going to be a facility. It's going to be a new dining concept, but it's also going to be offices. So if you look conceptually at Brown, the one thing that is really exciting to me is they're going to bring the building down closer to the road. So the current structure is going to stay there. The Brown building that's currently there is going to stay there and be renovated. But they're going to build an addition on, and it's going to come down closer to the road to tie it more into campus. And so when you turn the corner there, where Bob's and the little mini mall is, you turn the corner there, you're gonna see a really cool building. It's going to have great landscaping and architecture. There's going to be a C-store there that'll be new and exciting. There'll be residential living will have their offices there. Department of Student Community Ethics will have their offices there. But the meal concept is going to be a little bit different. If you go to Courtyard right now, you kind of have to make a decision. Are you going to go upstairs or are you going to stay in the food court concept? And maybe you and your friends have different ideas of what you want to eat that day. Well, over in Brown, you're going to have the opportunity. You can go in and they're calling it an all-you-care to get on your plate kind of a concept where you can go in to the servery. There'll be different stations, much like Courtyard. They'll be different. They're talking about doing a smokehouse barbecue kind of a concept and some other really cool things that still have to be developed. But you can go in and get your food and then go sit down with your friends who may have gotten food from somewhere else. There's going to be, we don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but there's going to be a restaurant in Brown, so there'll be a restaurant opportunity. There'll be a Starbucks there.
Do you want to play a game? Do you want to throw some possible options out there, but not say what it is? I love suspense. You not want to do them like that?
Yeah, we can. I don't know if I'm. We can throw some concepts out there. So
some hypotheticals.
Some things that have been discussed is a restaurant concept. Maybe that would be like a Fridays, now I'm a Midwestern guy, so you think of something like a Perkins or a Chili's,
okay.
Something of that. So it'll be a kind of that sit down family menu in the Fridays,
Yeah.
Chili's.
Way different than McAllister's.
Yeah, something different.
Something
It's certainly the discussion is a chain restaurant
Okay.
that people would know.
A Chili's would be very nice on campus. I think people would like that.
Well, and there's some models. Clemson is an Airmark school, and they have a Chili's on campus. And,
ECU has a
There's some other
Chili's
schools
on
that have
campus.
those kind of concepts.
ECU does. have a
Wow.
Chili's on campus.
So the idea of having kind of a restaurant on campus, on that side of campus, is really intriguing. There's the idea of a Starbucks, and I don't know if this is going to happen or not. So it may be a little bit of a scoop, but don't hold me to it when it comes about. But there have been some discussions of it being a 24-hour Starbucks in that area, so that students would have an option 24 hours a day to go and get
I would
Starbucks.
rather have food open 24/7.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to change, and even the Starbucks that's in the University Center, or excuse me, in Courtyard dining area right now, this summer they're going to change the Starbucks concept.
Okay.
So it's going to have sandwiches. It's going to be the upscale version of Starbucks.
Okay.
So you can get sandwiches there. You can get other kind of things there. Both locations will be that.